Hi, in this video I'm going to show you guys the quadratic formula. If you already knew this, please skip the video. If you're not sure, even if you are 1% not sure, please continue on. Now, quadratic formula is very useful. It solves almost any quadratic equations. But you need to make sure that your quadratic equations look like x squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, right? Where my a, b, c are just values, they're plus or positive or negative numbers, but my a, the number a, cannot be equal to 0. And I want you guys to think about why. All right? Now, if I have cleaned up my quadratic equations into this form, ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then my x would be, which my solutions would be negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, we call this part, we call the b squared minus 2a, this part, we call them the discriminant. Okay, it's a special name. We call them the discriminant because they will tell us a bunch of stuff later on, which we will learn about it when we talk about the graphs of quadratic equations. So if you are sitting next to someone who is not watching this video, you might want to just tap on their arms and tell them that, hey, do you know that the b squared minus 4ac, we call that the discriminant. Okay, so make sure you know this term. All right, anyways, let's get back to solving the equations. So here I have used an example that we did in the previous video, 3x squared minus 15x is equal to 2. I'm using that same equation, and I'm going to try to solve this using the quadratic formula method. Okay. All right. So I'm going to try to make this equation make this equation into that form. I'll have 3x squared minus 15x minus 2 is equal to 0. So my a is equal to 3, b is negative 15. Remember to bring the sign with you. The sign negative must go together, and c is negative 2. So now I'm just going to find my solutions. My solutions will be x is equal to negative 15 plus minus square root b squared. So make sure you use parentheses. B squared negative 15 squared minus 4 times a is 3, c is negative 2, then over 2 times my a. This is equal to 15 plus minus square root of I used a calculator just now. I think that's 249. You can check it. If you don't trust me. I'm not always right, you know. And this is, so I have two answers. One of them is 15 plus square root 249 over 6. And my other answer is 15 minus square root 249 over 6. So let's see if my answers match. Oh, they don't, right? My answer is here. They don't look the same, but does it mean they are different? So I want you guys to put this down in your calculator, scientific calculator or your TI-84. Try to use TI-84 as we need to get used to it. Put that in your calculator and see what that gives you in decimals. Right, so you should get something approximately 5.1299 blah 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 blah. So approximately 5.13, right? 2 decimal places. So if you put this into your calculator, you should get the same thing. You should 5.13. Okay. For the negative part, oh, sorry, that was the 5. If you use the plus, you'll get this. If you have 5 over 2 minus square root of 83 over 12, and that would give you something else. should give you something close to negative 0.13. Okay, and if you put this into your calculator, you'll get the same thing, approximately negative 0.13. Alright, so there you go. That's how to solve quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. See ya.